Imagine a society where every action is watched, every relationship is scrutinized, and loyalty is not just expected, it's demanded. A world where stepping out of line, even for a moment, can cost you everything. In the heart of the African savanna, one species lives by these rules with an iron grip, the meerkat. These small, social mammals may look cute and harmless, but their society is built on discipline, structure, and a ruthless sense of justice. At first glance, meerkats appear to be the perfect example of teamwork. They live in tight-knit groups, work together to find food, and protect each other from predators. But beneath this cooperative surface lies a brutal hierarchy where power is absolute, and disobedience is swiftly punished. And when it comes to betrayal, whether in leadership, loyalty, or love, meerkats do not forgive. But what does betrayal look like in a meerkat's world? It can take many forms. A subordinate challenging the dominant pair's authority, a low-ranking female secretly mating, or a male sneaking off to find love outside the group. And the punishments? They range from demotion and exile to something even more shocking, infanticide. The question is, why do meerkats operate this way? What makes them so strict, so unwilling to tolerate disloyalty? The answer lies in their environment, their survival strategies, and their highly evolved social intelligence. Understanding their world is like stepping into a real-life drama, full of power struggles, hidden affairs, and ruthless revenge. And today, we're diving deep into the dark and fascinating world of meerkat politics. So, if you've ever wondered what happens to a meerkat that breaks the rules, you're in for a wild ride. Let's unravel the secrets of their strict society and uncover why, in the world of meerkats, betrayal can mean the difference between life and death. In the world of meerkats, order isn't just preferred, it's essential for survival. Unlike many other animals that live in loose social groups, meerkats have an ironclad hierarchy that governs every aspect of their lives. And at the very top of this hierarchy sits a dominant pair, usually an alpha female and her mate. They are the rulers, and their authority is absolute. The alpha female is, without question, the most powerful member of the group. She decides where the mob moves, when they eat, and, most importantly, who gets to reproduce. And make no mistake, her rule isn't just symbolic. She will physically assert her dominance, chasing, biting, and even expelling subordinates who dare to challenge her authority. Any female who shows signs of stepping out of line is met with immediate aggression. But why is this hierarchy so strict? The answer is simple: survival. Meerkats live in a harsh environment where food is scarce, and predators lurk at every corner. A well-structured group increases their chances of survival. If everyone played by their own rules, chaos would ensue, and the entire mob would be vulnerable. Discipline keeps them strong, and the dominant pair ensures that only the fittest genes are passed on to the next generation. Subordinates within the group have their own roles, and they're expected to follow them without question. Some meerkats serve as sentries, standing guard to warn of approaching predators. Others act as babysitters, caring for the young while the dominant pair focuses on leading. There's even a hierarchy within the subordinates, some are treated better than others, depending on how useful they are to the group. Despite their strict ranking system, meerkats do work together incredibly well. They cooperate to dig burrows, share food, and defend their home from threats. However, this cooperation only works because of the discipline enforced by the dominant pair. If the rules are broken, the consequences can be severe. And when it comes to betrayal, especially in matters of reproduction, those consequences are even harsher. Love may be a complicated and emotional subject for humans, but for meerkats, it's all about power and survival. In their society, relationships aren't based on romance or personal choice, they're dictated by the mob's hierarchy. And if a subordinate meerkat dares to challenge that system by mating without permission, they're playing a deadly game. The dominant female is the only one allowed to reproduce in a meerkat group. This is not a suggestion, it's a strict rule enforced through aggression, intimidation, and, if necessary, violence. If a lower-ranking female becomes pregnant without her approval, she doesn't just face punishment, her offspring do too. The alpha female will often kill the newborn pups of any subordinate who breaks the rule, ensuring that only her own genes are passed down. But how does she find out? Meerkats have an incredible sense of smell, allowing them to detect hormonal changes in other members of the group. If a subordinate female starts showing signs of pregnancy, the alpha will take immediate action. She may attack the female, exile her, or even kill the pups before they have a chance to open their eyes. For the unlucky mothers, this is a devastating punishment. Many are forced to flee the group, wandering the wilderness alone in search of another mob willing to take them in. Some find refuge with other exiles, forming new groups, but these makeshift mobs are often weak and vulnerable to predators. In some cases, desperate subordinate females will attempt to hide their pregnancies, giving birth in secret burrows away from the main group. but even then, their pups are at risk. If discovered, the alpha female will not hesitate to eliminate them. It's a harsh reality, but one that ensures the stability of the mob. While females face brutal consequences for disobedience, male meerkats have their own set of challenges. Unlike their female counterparts, they aren't as restricted in their ability to mate. However, that doesn't mean they have it easy. Sneaking around in a meerkat society requires skill, timing, and a lot of luck. Males who are low in the hierarchy must tread carefully. If they attempt to mate within their own mob, they risk the wrath of the dominant pair. Instead, many males develop a strategy, sneaking off to nearby rival mobs in search of willing mates. However, this is a dangerous mission. Other mobs see outsiders as threats, and trespassing can lead to deadly fights. Some males attempt to challenge the dominant male for leadership, but this is a risky gamble. Only the strongest and most experienced males have a chance at overthrowing an alpha. Fights between rival males are fierce, with teeth and claws used as weapons. The loser often suffers serious injuries and is driven out, forced to start over elsewhere. However, there's one more trick up a male's sleeve: forming alliances. Some males team up with others in similar positions, working together to increase their odds of success. These partnerships can be temporary, but they offer a crucial advantage when facing stronger rivals. But whether they sneak, fight, or form alliances, one thing remains true: betrayal is always a risk. And for any meerkat caught breaking the unspoken rules of their society, there's only one fate: exile. Once a meerkat is exiled, their life changes instantly. A mob provides security, food, and companionship. Being cast out means facing the brutal reality of the wild alone. But is there ever a way back? Can a meerkat that has broken the rules, betrayed the hierarchy, or attempted to cheat the system ever regain its place? The answer isn't simple. Exiled meerkats often struggle to survive. Alone, they lack the watchful eyes of sentinels to warn of predators like hawks, jackals, and snakes. They must forage for food without the backup of their group, making them vulnerable to starvation. And worst of all, they have no one to help defend their territory or fight off rival gangs. Some exiled meerkats attempt to join new mobs, but integration is rarely smooth. Established groups are highly territorial and often see outsiders as threats rather than potential allies. An exiled meerkat approaching a new mob will often be met with aggression, chased away, or even killed if they insist on staying. But every once in a while, a banished meerkat manages to return home. This isn't an easy process. The traitor must approach cautiously, often spending days or even weeks lingering at the edges of their old territory. They may send out calls, attempting to reconnect with their former group. If the mob is short on members or in need of extra protection, they might allow the exiled meerkat to rejoin, under strict conditions. A returning meerkat is often placed at the bottom of the hierarchy, forced to prove their loyalty all over again. They may be given the worst tasks, such as babysitting or digging new burrows, while the rest of the group keeps a watchful eye on them. Any sign of disobedience could result in immediate expulsion once again. In some cases, exiled meerkats return stronger, using their time in the wild to build physical strength and survival skills. If a male comes back and successfully challenges the dominant male, he could even take over as the new leader. But such cases are rare. More often than not, betrayal leaves a permanent mark, and an outcast remains an outcast. The best chance for exiled meerkats is to find other loners and form a new group, but these new mobs are fragile, constantly at risk of being taken over by stronger, more established gangs. While meerkats may seem like cooperative, family-oriented animals, their world is filled with harsh realities. One of the most shocking aspects of their social structure is infanticide, the deliberate killing of pups to maintain power. And this isn't just something that happens occasionally. It's a survival strategy that has been deeply embedded in meerkat society for generations. The dominant female is the only member allowed to reproduce, but this rule is constantly challenged. Subordinate females, driven by their own biological instincts, sometimes attempt to have pups of their own. When the alpha female discovers this, her reaction is swift and brutal. She will seek out the newborns and kill them without hesitation. It may seem cruel, but from an evolutionary standpoint, it makes sense. Allowing multiple females to breed would lead to resource shortages, competition for attention, and potential divisions within the group. This ruthless behavior extends beyond just the dominant female. Other high-ranking members may also kill off pups that don't belong to their direct bloodline. Even males engage in infanticide, especially when new dominant males take over a mob. By eliminating the offspring of a previous leader, they force the females to go into heat sooner, ensuring that their own genes will be passed on instead. This deadly power struggle isn't just about survival, it's about control. The dominant female must constantly assert her authority to maintain order. If she shows any sign of weakness, younger and more ambitious females may attempt to challenge her. The mob isn't ruled by kindness or democracy, it's ruled by dominance, discipline, and a relentless pursuit of genetic survival. Despite the brutal nature of their hierarchy, meerkats are incredibly intelligent animals. Their ability to cooperate, strategize, and communicate with one another is what makes them one of the most successful social mammals in the animal kingdom. Meerkats have an extensive vocal communication system, using over 30 different sounds to convey warnings, coordinate hunting efforts, and maintain group cohesion. Their alarm calls are particularly sophisticated. Different sounds indicate different types of threats. A short, sharp bark may warn of a predator on the ground, while a high-pitched whistle signals an attack from the sky. This level of detail allows the mob to react instantly, minimizing casualties. But their intelligence goes beyond vocalizations. Meerkats are also masters of deception. Some lower-ranking individuals have been observed using distraction techniques to avoid punishment. For example, if a dominant female is displaying aggression toward a subordinate, the subordinate may feign submission, rolling onto their back and making soft, appeasing vocalizations. In some cases, they may even present food as a peace offering, hoping to escape harsher punishment. Even more impressively, meerkats have been seen using tactical deception against predators. If a snake enters their burrow, they won't just flee, they will work together to intimidate and outmaneuver the intruder. Several members will surround the snake, puffing up their bodies and moving in a coordinated manner to confuse it. This teamwork often forces the predator to retreat, saving the entire mob. Their intelligence also extends to learning. Young meerkats don't just instinctively know how to hunt, they are taught by older members of the group. Experienced meerkats will bring live prey, such as scorpions, to pups and gradually teach them how to kill and eat it safely. This ability to pass on knowledge from one generation to the next is rare in the animal world and demonstrates just how advanced their social intelligence really is. So, what can we learn from the fascinating and ruthless world of meerkats? First and foremost, loyalty isn't just a virtue, it's a necessity. In a world where survival depends on cooperation, any act of betrayal, whether it be romantic infidelity, power struggles, or social disobedience, is met with swift and often brutal consequences. For meerkats, the rules of their society are non-negotiable. They are shaped by the harsh environment they live in, where predators lurk at every turn and food is never guaranteed. A well-structured group gives them the best chance at survival, and any disruption to that order puts everyone at risk. But their intelligence, their teamwork, and their adaptability show us that even in the most rigid societies, strategy and cunning can make all the difference. Whether it's through deception, alliances, or even exile and redemption, meerkats constantly navigate the complexities of their social world in ways that rival even human politics. What do you think? Could you survive in a world where every action is monitored, where loyalty is everything, and where betrayal means exile? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing animal secrets.